All right. Well, welcome to training this morning. My name is Jennifer Eaves, and I also have Eileen Tesch. We're doing training together today. I'm super excited. Eileen and I have been working together a lot more since we went to Hawaii together in October, and I just love her. She's a super fun lady, and she's working hard at building her Relive business. So we're just going to start really quickly with our stories, and then we'll move on to training. So my name is, and there's a little noise, so if you haven't muted and mute your phone, that would be super. But my name is Jennifer Eaves. I live in Utah. I've been involved with Relive for 17 years. I actually joined Relive for the business. We needed a business. My husband's self-employed, and he hadn't had much work. We had $70,000 of credit card debt. So, but I also had health issues. I suffered with stomach and digestive issues for 20 years. Eileen, is that you making noise, or will you mute your phone if that is you? Because I can't. I'm trying to see who's being noisy on here while I'm sharing my story. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But anyway,
sorry. Is that better?
I don't know. Somebody's making noise, but it looks like everyone's muted. So anyway, oh, there we go. I think I just muted someone. Okay. Anyway, but I had 20 years of stomach and digestive issues and insomnia and thyroid condition. I've taken Relive. I feel amazing. I've been mostly symptom-free for 17 years. I sleep like a baby. I sleep even better now with the new sleep formula. And this business has been a huge blessing for our family. And we're going to teach and train you on kind of what we do. You can try to duplicate that. But I've earned about $500,000 since I've been involved with Relive. I've had a Relive check every month for 17 years and bonuses every month for 17 years. So the bonus program Relive has is awesome. Anyway, but yeah, if you want to share your story, Eileen, and then we'll get going, and I'm going to see if I can see who's making noise in the background. So go ahead. Eileen, are you there?
Sorry about that. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eileen Tesch, and I live here in Algonac, Michigan, on the far eastern shore of the state with my husband, Jim. We took a look at Relive about 14 years ago. I was an attorney running a very busy law firm, stressed out, burned out, very depressed, working 80, 100 hours a week. I was 45 years old, and I thought they were going to bury me in that office. My husband was a veterinarian. He had just built a new hospital when the bottom fell out of the economy, and things were looking kind of dark, and we didn't have our health. Just to top it off, because I was stressed out and suffering from depression, smoking, 2 weeks on the products, I just had an overall feeling of wellness. I quit smoking, lost weight, was happier. People even started noticing that I was smiling more and started asking me what I was doing. My husband was suffering from bone on bone in his knees. He was scheduled for carpal tunnel surgery. He had severe diverticulitis and sleep apnea. He wasn't really open to, excuse me, he wasn't really on board about getting started on the Relive. However, I just suggested that try it for a month, see what happens, and he saw amazing results. Excuse me. He stopped snoring. The pain in his knees and his wrists got considerably better. He even canceled his carpal tunnel surgery, and 14 years later, he's never had knee replacement surgery. He was so impressed with the integrity and quality and safety of the products that he started using it in his hospital with the animals. and saw results with arthritis, allergies, anxiety, even cancerous tumors.
Quiet.
When I suggested that we take a look at this business, because I was referring people to the company, and that we should really find out, what was going on here. And just, I don't know, my heart just told me to take a look. We went to a conference, and all of our skepticism melted away. He was able to get up close and personal with the scientists, read the clinical studies, and meet the corporate leaders. But for me, it was the people. I didn't get into Relive because of the money or the trips or any of that business. I got into Relive because I wanted to be around these people that were so excited, so passionate, so genuine. And you don't find that in the law business. But loving what they were doing, some of them making ridiculous incomes with just a fraction of the education. I mean, the woman I worked with had a high school education and made over $1 million with this company, and she still was loving what she was doing. So my first month, when we made a decision to move forward, we earned about $1,000, and fast forward in 3 years, I resigned from the law firm. My husband has since sold this hospital. We do this full time. We love what we do. The best part is that what this company's given me personally is passion and purpose back in my life, and that is priceless.
Awesome. Thank you, Eileen. I wanted to share with everyone kind of our vision. We have a few of the leaders. We've been working together, people that have gone to Hawaii and are working to Hawaii. And we have a pretty amazing lineup of leaders that will be teaching and training each Saturday. So join us every Saturday, bring new people on, just so you know what you can expect. We will cover the basics of building a Relive business every week so that new people can get on. We want training to be powerful. We want it to be a place where you feel comfortable inviting your new people. And also, every training we will have something just kind of extra and special training so that seasoned distributors aren't bored and they have, something that's a benefit to them. So, each of us have strengths that we can share with each other. And so we'll have leaders in the company sharing how to grow on social media and how to share your story and things like that. Just have a little additional training in addition to our basic training. So that's what you can expect. It'll be amazing. And if ever you have anything specific you want us to cover, feel free to text or email me, and we can, cover that. So we're just going to get started today. We have a lot to cover. Okay. So why Relive? I mean, Relive is such an incredible company. We all, most of us on, unless we're new, we know this, that we've been in business for 31 years. And Eileen, is that your phone? I think you're, mute, maybe when, but Relive is a big why as to why I chose this company and why I've stuck with Relive for 17 years, because of everything you see here. They produce products that are the highest possible levels of efficacy. They work. They're patented. But yeah, Eileen, do you want to share why you love Relive? And we don't, most everyone knows this, so we don't need to spend a lot of time here, but.
Well, for us particularly, it was the integrity, the standard of excellence that Relive is always striving for. And that is what, and we saw that also in the people that were attracted to Relive. That, in this world we live in, it's like mediocrity seems to pass. But with Relive, it's always of the highest standard, quality, purity, integrity. And for me, being a lawyer, having a company for 31 years that has never had a recall, no claims, and no warning labels. For me, that was huge.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eileen. Okay. All right. So we're going to cover basic training in just a moment, but we just got back from Dallas conference. Many of you were there. It was so fun to see everyone. I love Relive conferences. But we wanted to talk about some of the highlights of conference, and then the next about 5 trainings, we will also cover the workshops at conference. We have invited some of the trainers that trained at conference to cover the information they shared and didn't have time to share. So don't miss conferences or don't miss trainings the next few weeks. But Relive, they have their new product design. You've probably received an email from Relive. They send out a video. I think they're incredible. They're so modern and sleek, but they're easier to understand, and they complement each other, and they complement the Relive web page. So every can of product that now will be sold from Relive, and if you weren't at conference, you don't know this, but they will just start releasing the products one at a time as they run out of their out of the old labels. So I think Fiber Store's out, Energize is out, but Ryan Montgomery said probably by international conference they should all be out at that point. But they all have the little symbol on from the product wheel, and also just the simple explanation of what the product is. So this is the core nutrition line. So it's easy for people to see as soon as they look at the can what that can represents. And there's also a story on each can with health benefits. So not only do they look amazing, but they're easy to understand what it is. So why did we have update the designs? Again, they wanted a consistency with their line of products so that they're all like a family. You can tell they work together. And it's just easier to sell if people can see on the can immediately what it is. And like I said, it's just super modern and clean. And my daughter wants to go into interior design, and she's very good at she has a really good eye for things, and she loves the new look of Relive, so it's fun. And then here's the product line. So like I said, each of these symbols are on each of the... Eileen, if you want to mute, will you mute while I talk? And then, because there's...
Yes, no, it's not. It's not me.
It's not you. It's not you. I've checked all the other lines, but anyway. Okay. But then, yeah, so if you're on and can mute, that would be super. Yeah, all of the symbols are on each of the cans. So, and here's the new product line. It looks so amazing. It'll be fun. All right, so this is the fun part here. Hang on, sorry, I'm trying to mute people.
Okay.
I think if I mute, hang on one sec. I think if I mute everyone, then I can unmute you, Eileen.
Or I can just *6.
Okay, I'm going to mute everyone. Okay. Okay, I think I'm back, so maybe that'll be quieter. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, so hopefully Eileen can unmute, and hopefully everyone can hear me. If you can't hear me, you can send me a text. But, so we were able to tour this plant here that's in the picture. This is LaCore Nutraceuticals. Terry LaCore is the president. I was so impressed with this man. He is a leading entrepreneur in the world of sales and distribution. I think he owns like 9 companies all over the world. He's a manufacturer, and he really cares about family, community, employees. and he wants to give back. Something that really impressed me is his mantra is he will never produce, nothing will ever be produced or manufactured in any of his facilities that aren't safe, that are safe enough to go in and on his children's bodies. He has 4 beautiful little kids, and they're pretty young. And so he just makes sure that everything is safe and that everything is effective. And he's just amazing. He's always looking for new ideas and new products. And, you know, like I said, giving back is important for him. Eileen, are you on? Let me see if I can unmute her. Sorry, you guys. Okay. All right, Eileen, see if you can talk now.
Yes, I'm here, Jen.
Okay, there you are. Okay, great. Do you have anything you want to add about Terry, or?
Well, I'm echoing.
You're okay. I can hear you fine.
All right. What impressed us the most, it was like walking through the Relive plant, so clean and sterile, and just show how their standard of care and excellence.
Yeah, here's a couple pictures of their manufacturing facility. It's 100 acres, and it is beautiful. Like, I mean, it is super clean, super organized. They were, when they took us through, Terry LaCore is a cash billionaire. He's one of the richest men in America, and he spent a lot of money to make sure that this plant is top notch and has everything in place to produce what we need and, you know, what companies need to manufacture incredible products. They mentioned that LaCore tests their products 7 times. Most companies test their products 2 times. The FDA told them this is way overkill. You do not need to do that. But they have machines that will, I think they said they'll produce over 100,000 cans an hour. They have 3 different machines. And, you know, as that happens, there could be, you know, a screw that might fall off or a little piece of metal or something. So they have magnets. They have all these different, these 7 different ways to test the products to make sure there's no toxins or no impurities at all that get into the products. And if anything fails on those 7 steps, they stop production immediately and find out the problem, and then, you know, start a new batch. And so, but they have so much. In fact, I was able to talk to Tom Pinnock a little bit. We were kind of in the back of the group walking, and he was saying that there are so many future developments that, you know, Terry is just doing his best, Terry LaCore, to find and anything he can that will help people improve their lives. So they have some pretty high-tech machines that he has purchased, and things that will help in producing like even more effective products. And so just their, you know, their product integrity, their safety, they even purchased their own water filtration system because the purified water they were using, they didn't feel was up to par as much as they wanted. So I was just so impressed. And you know what I thought as we were walking through this plant is it looked just like Relive's plant to me, like so clean, so organized. And that's exactly, it's such a perfect partnership. They talked about that after we went through the tour, how this partnership with LaCore and with SS Biotech and Relive, how it was meant to be. They even talked about how they found Relive and Bob Montgomery. And so it's kind of a match made in heaven. It's wonderful, and I'm really excited about what's coming in the future. There's a lot coming, and they'll keep coming out with new products, and it's exciting. But they are producing the hemp extracts that come out of LaCore are third-party tested and verified. This is important to know as distributors as we are sharing because there are so many CBD products out there, and people are worried because they don't know if they're getting high quality. And so to have that certificate of analysis and that third-party testing is super important. I tell people don't touch CBD if it doesn't have that, because you have no idea what you're getting. They talked a little bit about how hemp will absorb and grow almost anywhere. In fact, Steve Reed said you can plant hemp in carpet and it will grow in carpet and it will absorb all the impurities of the carpet and the carpet fibers. So that's the most important thing for them, is to first find soil that is of highest quality and doesn't have any impurities, because hemp will absorb everything good and everything bad. And Relive has done that, and LaCore and SS Biotech have done that. So it's organically grown, non-GMO. They go through, it's about a 28-step process to produce Relive's hemp products. And so people can be assured that they are getting the highest quality hemp they'll find anywhere. Do you want to talk about the new sleep formula, Eileen?
Absolutely. My husband tried it for the first time when we came back from conference. And the next morning I said, so how did you feel? And he said, I slept through the night and didn't get up once, even to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, is that good? But it just shows you how it helps the body get into that restful state, and that you're able, and I don't have any problem sleeping, but I too felt very rested when I woke up and just got into that deep sleep. People are loved.
I think I can't hear you anymore, Eileen. Your phone was breaking up.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, this does. With the melatonin, the L-tryptophan, it just helps people. And there's so many people. My husband and I both notice we sleep pretty well, that we've noticed a sounder sleep, and you just wake up feeling amazing and ready to tackle your day. So I know Steve Reed and Ryan Montgomery shared with us at LaCore that they are super excited about the sleep formula. They think it'll be a top seller because 1 out of every 3 adults are not getting enough regular sleep. So there's 210 million adults in the US, so that means 70 million people need this product. So that makes an amazing opportunity for us to share. I think it's important as distributors that we understand CBD a little bit. It's fairly new in the marketplace, obviously, and people don't understand it. Some people think it's dangerous. But CBD works in the endocannabinoid system of the body, and the endocannabinoid system controls all the other systems of the body. So neurological system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system. And because of that, it's really benefiting the entire body. So people are getting great results with brain issues like stress, anxiety, depression, seizures, sleep, with heart issues, digestive issues. My brother's a dentist in St. George, Utah, and that's the first thing he noticed when he added, when he started taking the full spectrum. He said, Jen, my digestive system's functioning better. And then pain is another big reason that people take CBD, but it's important. It helps the body produce more cannabinoids, which helps that system of the body function better. You want to chat for a minute, Eileen, about Relive products? I mean, we know they're amazing, and
I hung up my line. I'm talking to the computer. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, great. Well, as we all know, this is our own Dr. Fred Galvez, Chief Scientific Officer. And what they were talking about, particularly at the conference, is the 3 problems that are destroying our world. Number 1 is pain. Number 2 is anxiety and depression. And number 3 is lack of sleep. And because Relive addresses all of these issues, not only with their CBD product, but soon with the combination of the CBD and the Lunacin. So we're just very excited about what is coming down soon here in the future with these new developments and these new products. But we really, Dr. Galvez, he is a man with a vision and keeps us on the cutting edge. This, of course, Lunacin and our LunaRich products will be the answer to wellness and health for the future.
Awesome. And it's so, you know, it's just nice to know that we have something that makes it easy to share with others. The science is so solid. I have a doctor I've been working with that lives close to us here in Utah. He's an amazing doctor. He has multiple degrees, but he wants to help his patients as best he can. And he's been messaging Dr. Galvez because he's so impressed with the science. And he said, you know, I've never seen a product like this that has a science background that Relive has. And as Eileen mentioned, and the last slide mentioned, we do have this product. It will be coming soon. Ryan Montgomery told us at the LaCore plant, he said, I will not give a date on when it's coming. It'll be sometime in, you know, like the next few months, but he just wants to make sure that they have integrity with, you know, he said sometimes different issues can arise, and so I don't want to give a date and not be able to pull through. But he said when products are boxed, label, or the products are labeled and boxed and ready to ship, at that point we will announce that the product is out. But we do know it is coming soon, and it'll be so exciting. It will disrupt the hemp market because there won't be anything out there anywhere that has the combination of CBD and LunaRich, so that's exciting. I also wanted to mention just super briefly, and you can go to the website and play around a little bit, but they announced at conference that there are new business tools. When you're in the distributor portal, it's under the red tab, the Connect with Business Tools, and this is what you'll find here. They have new marketing materials that make it easier than ever to tell new people about Relive. So there's social media graphics, poster and bumper stickers, brochures, slides. These are high quality, so you can print them if you're doing like a health fair, or, you know, it's kind of everything's in place for us. Here's a few examples here of what you'll find when you go online with the, you know, the bumper stickers, the posters, the Instagram and Facebook quotes. So that's exciting. So go online and look at what the new things they have for distributors. All right, Eileen,
Okay.
go ahead. This is you,
Yes.
babe.
3 important steps to be successful. And when I got started, I talked to one of the leaders, Jim Shaven, and I asked him, what do you tell new distributors? How do you tell them, what do they need to be successful? And he said, number 1, they need to be teachable. Particularly, they need to be good students of this industry. Why this industry is revolutionary, and you're able to overcome the objections. Number 2, you just need to learn a couple skills: how to get a customer, how to do follow-up, how to help people find out, ask the right questions to help them to hone in on what their needs are and to help them find answers. And most importantly, he said, you need to work harder on yourself than anything else. Everything else will come. You're working as a team with all your support, but your personal growth is your own personal investment on helping yourself to be the best you can be. You want to attract high quality people, distributors that are ready to go to work and build this, then you have to raise the bar when it comes to your own personal growth and development. And when I got started, you know, I definitely needed, I was very teachable, and I knew I needed to work on myself, and I needed to make the changes to get off, to take off that attorney hat and to put on the Relive badge. And everything changed. And the beauty is this company, this industry is very gentle and forgiving. You make mistakes, but that's how we learn.
Awesome. I love this quote from Jim Rohn. He said, "You must either modify your dreams or magnify your skills." So hopefully you all have dreams and goals that you've set in Relive and in life. But those skills, you know, magnifying your skills, that is very, very important. And we can all learn, you know, this, and that's why we're on training today. And I think just setting aside time every day for personal growth, maybe reading 15 minutes in a book, or, you know, helping learn and grow your skills is important. So thanks for sharing that, Eileen. That's awesome. All right, so now to the basics of building a business. I call this circle of success. These are kind of 5 fundamentals that we do every day. This is our business plan. This is, you know, this is what we do day in and day out to grow a Relive business. It will never change. And the more we do these steps, the faster our business will grow. So, you know, we're wanting to help as many people and ourselves get to Hawaii and grow Relive to be the billion-dollar company that it deserves to be. So, you know, I would just tell you today to think bigger and to grow faster and just think massive success. So how many people can you share with in a short period of time? Imagine if you could, you know, share and do an appointment with 20 people in a month in 30 days. So what do you think that would be worth to your business? That's about 4 appointments, 5 appointments a week. Just get in front of a lot of people, create massive action to grow your business. The first steps that you want to do is to build a list. And, you know, make a list of as many people as you know. Think of ways to find new people. I have done, I'm in a networking group. I get quite a few people that way. I just did a health fair. I just did 2 health fairs actually in January, and got about 60 people's contacts. Some people do yard signs, some people do radio advertising, some people have Relive on their car, but you're just wanting to find, the bigger your list can be, the bigger your list is, the bigger your list will be. So think of people you know at church and work and family and friends, you know, and identify those people. Here's a few ideas that can help you build your list. You know, look at your mobile phone, your email. I have a quick story with email. In fact, on the next page, I have a couple suggestions, maybe I'll go to that right now and then I'll go back. But these are a couple emails I've sent out. Everyone that I work with in Relive, even if there's someone I've talked to that maybe says no, I say, do you mind if I just keep you in contact through emails every once in a while? So a couple times a month, I'll send out an email similar to these to, you know, customers I have, like I said, just people I've worked with. These are stories. Sometimes they're info on Relive, like when the sleep formula came out. I know, you know, Relive sends out an email, but not everyone gets that, and some people aren't even on Relive that I email. So I'll send out information about that. But, you know, I sent out this email. I have 2 of the most elderly people I know take Relive. Colleen Bischoff just turned 92, and Dean Wilding is also 92. And they're healthy. They take no medications. Colleen goes to the gym every day. She said I could walk 10 miles if I need to. And so I just shared their story through email. Danny Larson is a man I helped that passed over 100 kidney stones. He recorded his story on a recording, and so I added a link to his recording and also just a short synopsis of his story. And last year, I sponsored quite a few people through because of that. And also, Julianne, who will be on later today and will share her conference story, I've kept in contact with her over the last about 14 years in Relive, and she came through email. And she was in Relive 14 years ago and has stayed on the products but hasn't shared much. And she decided to come to conference because of, reading things on email and also just keeping in contact with people. So,
I'm here,
but there's
Jen.
also,
I just
hi,
want you to know I
Julianne.
am on. I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll have you share in a minute. Thank you,
Okay.
Julianne. But yeah, I just think, Facebook, Twitter, anyway, these are some ways. And the XR book that's online has memory joggers and also a place that you can build your list and write down names. So anything else you want to add, Eileen?
No, we can move on to the next element.
All righty.
And
Go ahead.
connect. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
No, you're good.
Okay, so I was just sharing with Jennifer today, we have a young man, he's 33 years old, and he has a landscaping and snow plowing business, just got started as a master affiliate. So I shared with him, when you're out working today, snow plowing, just start making a list, thinking of people that you want to share Relive with, and there's nothing like new excitement. What I learned at the conference through a couple of the networking events was to have a party. So I said to him, start making a list. Let's figure out who you want to invite to your party, your family and friends. Your order will be here in a couple days. And that way we'll get to, they'll get to meet all of your business associates and share about your new business venture and just let them know. And so like Jennifer said, we're gonna be talking to 20, 25 people at that one event, and we may have another party after that. But there's nothing like having a party and bringing new people together and Relive distributors and customers together, because that's what it's about, excitement and fun and connection.
Awesome, thank you. And we need to always be ready to share with people. I keep business cards with me in my purse. But if we have the mindset that we want to share Relive and we love to share Relive, then, and we have 2 ears and one mouth. So just loving people, talking to people. That's one thing I really love about Eileen is you can't be around her and not be attracted to her. She's just so friendly and always talking to people. And so, I, instead of like standing in the grocery line, staring at my phone, I put my phone down and try to carry on a conversation with, the person in front of me or in back of me in line. And so if we just love people, I shared with a man named Steve years ago, and he's not with us today, he passed away, but he was a master at connecting with people, better than almost anyone I've ever known. He was just so kind and so loving. And he really loved everyone. And he exuded that love and talked to everyone everywhere he went. I would get calls from him. He'd be like, Jen, I'm standing at the gas pump, and I was talking to the guy that was pumping gas on the other side, and asked him how he was doing, and he asked me how I was doing, and I said, I'm great for a man that's supposed to be dead, which is always what he said to people. And he would like hand me the phone and say, hey, I was just talking to this guy, told him I'm taking this stuff that saved my life. But that would happen all the time. It would happen at the gym. It would happen at the store. So he was just, and we don't have to be like obnoxious, but we can just be excited. Like he loved Relive. It saved his life. And it's not like he like went around and just told everyone, hey, I have this stuff, you ought to buy it. But he would just love them, get to know them a little bit, ask them how they were doing. And you know what? Almost any time you ask someone how they're doing, oftentimes they will, share about how they're working too hard, or they want to spend more time with their family, or they're having health issues. And that gives us a chance that we can just share out of love with them more about Relive. So, I met a lady at the airport on the airplane on our way to Dallas. And I talked to her. I got to know her. I found out, she was pregnant. And then I just kind of weaved Relive in as we were talking. So And also as we're, sharing, just be yourself. But I always try to use a story as I'm connecting with people, if possible. If I get a referral or whatever, I try to have somebody on the phone to share and have that validation as I'm connecting. And then our next step is we want to share the Relive story. I love what Eileen said, that she's, helping this this new man to contact people, do an in-home. But whenever I'm talking to someone, I'm always trying to get them to the next step. So, whether I'm meeting them at a store or calling someone for the first time over the phone, I'm trying to line up the next step, either to get them on a call or to set up an appointment where we can go to their home or do an online appointment. So always think of what you can do to get them to that next step. As I'm connecting someone to a story, in fact, oftentimes I'll call and, whether I'm working with Eileen or whoever and having her share her story, before we get the new person on, I say, my goal here is to try and set up an appointment. So through the call and through their stories, they're able to kind of help you with that goal and line that up. But it's important that people see the whole Relive story so they understand the product, the company, their options to get started. And so anyway, for me, I try to make it as simple as possible. If we're having a meeting in our area and it's soon, in the next day or two, I try, to invite them to that meeting. If not, if we don't have a meeting for a few days, I personally just do online appointments, or I'll run to their house and do a quick appointment there. You have anything you want to add, Eileen, or do you want me to move on?
You can move on.
All righty. Okay, why don't you go for this one?
Okay. Talking about asking for a decision, and Katie Moore and I did a workshop, what to do with a new distributor in the first 72 hours. And one of the favorite phrases that I like to ask people after they've either seen a presentation or I've done the opportunity presentation, or they've heard a story, I will ask them, what did you like best about what you heard? And smile and be quiet and just let them think for a minute. And, because they've seen so much and they're a little overwhelmed, but something will resonate in their heart. And that is the key, because we only have a very small window of opportunity to get them to make a decision. Or you can say, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you like best? The products, or the business opportunity. Just let them talk, let them share, let them know you care.
I love that. Thank you. And be ready to help them go. It's so easy now. We can just send them to our website, or we can, just get online and help them get started. It's fast, but we do want to be prepared. If I do an in-home, I usually throw a few cans of product in my car in case, they just want to get started on products. And then the next thing we do is register and go. So get them signed up. And this also means follow-up, which we kind of want to follow up through all the 5 steps. But this is what, there's a lot of benefits to following up. It leads to referrals as they're hearing stories. It helps them think of other people. It helps customers become distributors. It just kind of helps people move through the Relive system. It also helps to keep them consistent, and also helps if there are issues. I had a man call today that said his wife had taken the products and she was getting a really dry mouth, which is, it's a detox symptom. It's actually very common. And so as soon as she understood what it was, and, we helped and added in more Energize, and we're able to help get her through that. But if people don't understand that, then they get worried and go off the products, which is what she did. But now, because of the follow-up, she went back on the products, and her husband, who wasn't on the product, started on the product. So follow-up is pretty magical, especially if you share stories while you're following up. It just really it helps people understand what Relive will do for them and really keeps them motivated and consistent. Here you go, Eileen.
Okay, and this is one of my favorite quotes that I heard when I got started with Relive 14 years ago. Why we do stories, why we share. And it's so important to set somebody up so they know that you're going to be connecting them with stories and why the stories are so important. And this, first and foremost, people will forget what they heard faster than they will forget how they felt about what they heard. So that is key. Just share it with your new customer or distributor or prospect. You know what, I'm going to look into this for you and see who I can find that may be able to help you. And if you're not available, would it be okay if I had them leave a little snippet of their story on your voicemail, and then you can listen to it when you have a minute, and you can even then share it if you think of somebody else that really needs to hear about Relive or is praying for answers. By all means, let them listen to the voicemail as well, and we can help them get started also. And this too has become something I just read here in the beginning of 2020, and it's become my mantra. We become the stories we listen to. If we listen to negativity all day, listen to the news all day, listen to our coworkers complaining, or people criticizing everything, guess what? You're going to become like that. But if you listen to positive, inspiring, uplifting stories, like our testimonials, that is what not only are you going to become, but the people around you, the new people. That's why people get into Relive, because of the health and the products, but they stay because of people and the relationships and what they have become as a result.
Awesome. Thank you. I love that. I do absolutely believe that our thoughts create our experiences. And so it is so true. Like what we fill our mind with is so important to the outcome and what happens in our life. So I love that. All right. So we have St. Louis Conference coming up July 31st through August 1st. Conferences are awesome. I think we have a couple people that we have asked to share their conference experience with us today. So while they are getting on and unmuting, I would just tell everyone, if you're on the call today, or you know people that aren't on the call, that aren't registered for conference, get on today and get registered. It's only $50. That price will go up to $100 soon. So get on and get registered, and also start looking for flights. Ever since I've been in Relive, I always start looking as soon as they announce conference for a good flight, because not only do I want to save money, but if I find a good flight in our area, then I can help other people get registered and go. People want to save money. So usually the closer it gets to the date, airline tickets go up, the hotel will start going up. And so get on, get registered, and get all ready, and your hotel and your flight ready, and help your people do that. But Julianne, are you unmuted? She was on. You might need to push *6. You were unmuted, but.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
There you are. Yeah, we would love, so Julianne's a good friend of mine. She's actually one I talked about that was in Relive, and she'll probably share this, but years ago, and has loved Relive all along, but just decided she wants to kind of jump in and do a little more, and was able to come to conference. And I just love her. She's such a wonderful person. It was fun to be with her. But Julianne, if you'd come on and just share kind of how you feel about reliving your conference experience, that would be super.
Okay, thank you, Jen. Sorry, guys. I get a little bit choked up on this one because Relive back in 2003 is when I came in. And it was Steve Gardner that introduced it to me. I believe I was at a gas station. It was a rainy day. He pulls out his Relive notebook and we're standing in the rain and he's telling me about this nutrition and how it's blessed his life and saved his life. And so just relating back to what you said, Jan, about him being a connector, he truly was a connector. And he had a special place in my heart because of who he was and how passionate he was for this company and this nutrition in his heart. And that's how I got to meet Jen, was through Steve. So I knew instantly with the message of Relive and getting on the product that it was truth in a can. And I was lucky at the time to be coming into the company when Theodore Klogris was still alive, and hearing strongly about his story and his journey and his commitment to finding a nutrition that would match the blueprint of the cells to help the body heal, because he was so passionate about getting himself well from his experiences that brought him to being in a wheelchair and such. Anyway, I knew his story was just powerful. And as I got on the Relive nutrition, and I could instantly feel it, my body just taking hold of it and loving it. And, once you have truth, when truth is truth, it does not leave your soul. And that is what my journey has been with Relive, because it has never left my soul. And even though I haven't been building the business per se, at first I was working with the business and then I got some other things going on in life and I didn't keep the business part going, but the nutrition never left my world. And my daughter went on a 2-year mission and she stayed on the nutrition, and she has a witness and testimony of it now. And then she's come home, got married, and has a little baby. And she stayed on the nutrition through her pregnancy, and she wouldn't be without it. The baby just had they had the best pregnancy. She was working full-time. Well, she was in school full-time, working part-time, and being in the opera, clear up all these things till the day of her delivery, which was the week of finals. So she ended up, making it clear up through then. And people were just going like, I can't believe you're here. I can't believe you're looking as good as you do and getting everything done that you do. And then her sister-in-law said, I want an Aria baby, which is the name of her little baby. And I said to June, I go, if she wants an Aria baby, she's got to get on Relive. And so it's just really fun to see that not only does Relive help us internally, but when you do it, and like Jen says, when you follow up and help people do it right, then it shows outwardly. Their countenance is happier, they feel better, they have a lighter step in their walk, and you know that they're being blessed because the body is an amazing machine, and given the right tools and the right nutrition, it does a lot of things to heal itself. And so with conference, the thing that was so precious to me is not having been to conference for so many years. Like I remember I went to St. Louis, Missouri one time back when I was active with the business part, but I heard Robert Montgomery then on stage, and Steve and Ryan and all that. When I came back to this conference, my heart was touched because Robert Montgomery was on stage and he was speaking, and he has not lost his touch. Even as the years have gone on and he's the age that he is, he has not lost his touch to speak on stage and to share his heart Is passion.
Julianne, your phone keeps getting quiet, by the way. I don't know if you're on, but anyway.
Let me see. I went to.
I can't hear you, Julianne.
Can you hear me now?
No.
No, I can't hear you. Nope.
I don't know how I did that. Let me just.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear you, so.
Can you hear me now?
But, nope, barely. You sound like you're super far away. There you are, maybe. Okay. Well, thank you, Julianne, for sharing. Sorry, we can't hear you. Try one more time.
I
We're going to wrap up.
think.
There you are. Okay.
Yeah, if you can't, Jen.
I
it's
can hear you
okay.
now. You're good. Yeah, just finish up your last one. And
You can finish up the call. I don't know what button I pushed.
I can hear you now if you
Can
want
you
to
hear
finish
me
up the
now?
thoughts you had. And yeah, you're good. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just finish. But thank you, Julianne. So appreciate your passion. And I know conference was wonderful for all of us, hearing from Bob Montgomery and the corporate leaders and the food scientists and leaders in the company. So that's fun. And it will be fun to carry on conference the next few weeks, like I said, and hear some of the amazing training that we heard at conference.
Cash would be great.
Can you mute now, Julianne? Julianne, mute, please. All right. Well, this is our last slide, and but this goes along with what Eileen was talking about. Our mindset is so important. Our thoughts and our level of belief create our world and our life. The process of success starts with thoughts, ideas, and visualization. If you can see it in your mind, if you can believe it and have the courage to speak it, it will happen. And I know this is true. We need to just make sure the moment any kind of negativity enters our mind that we just kick it out as fast as we can. So I want everyone today, believe in you, believe in Relive. You are enough. Relive is definitely enough. And you believe that you are good enough to do this business and to make it to Hawaii and to help Relive become the billion-dollar company. We can all make it happen. We are the ones, we are the distributors in Relive that need to go out and share and help all of this to happen. So don't miss training next week. Diane Helmold and I will be sharing from our workshop how to get to Hawaii. We'll cover more of the 5 fundamentals and what we do every day. And, day after day, week after week, month after month to get to Hawaii. We still have 5 full months left. And honestly, anyone can be there. So get on training. Let's make this a great Relive week. And Eileen, do you want to have anything you want to say at the end here?
Just wanted to say, everyone, that be grateful. Count your blessings every day. My husband and I were just on our way home from church a couple weeks ago, and I just said to him, I wonder where we would be without Relive. And we just believe it's divine intervention. There are no accidents. And by the grace of God, we grabbed a hold of it, and so did all of you. So be grateful, and people can feel that, and they know you're coming from your heart. This is a very transparent business. It's not what they say, what you say, it's what they hear. And let it resonate in their heart that, like Bob Montgomery always said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So God bless all of you. We will keep it, hopefully be more on time next week. It was our first run, and we love sharing with you. And thank you, Jennifer, for all your help. And have a great week, everyone.
All right. Thanks, Eileen. Love you all. Let's make it a great Relive week. And we're signing off. I'm going to stop the recording. here.